worlds intersect, on each one I reflect. These lines write my story, these places change me, each one replacing, like night into morning. I miss the open air, the going anywhere, riding with you like we used to. Guess I'm better off alone, never know when I'll get home, but I know that home's where the heart is. Guess I'm better off this way, moving to better days, but I know that home's where the heart is. Took my love, then gave it back. It's yours to leave, but it won't keep me from this heart attack. And I'll try to carry on again, but I never really knew that it was over.
Over the edge, feel like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still, hanging in the balance. Not the life I want to live, I want to take it all. Standing tall, fear outweighed the person you are. Oh, break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally
free and dive into the sky. Hear the wind crying out its prayer. Why are we so ashamed to be alive? Break the chains and our freedom's ours to take. Look behind your back. Chase a light when the world is getting darker. I have a dream where love's the only side. So take my hand, join the army of the shadows. Going harder, we are more than numbers. Standing in the shade, going louder. We are all one color, standing in the way. Join the army of the shadow. Join the army of the shadow. Join the army of the shadows. 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 Join the army of the shadows. Join the army of the shadows. Who will
Hey everybody, and welcome back to some South African Overwatch action. My name is Sun Phoenix, and today we are witnessing some Mettlestate. They've started their second leg now. This is the first match of that second leg, and we've got a pretty good one. Before we get into that, I'm joined, of course, by Mr. Paragon. Welcome.
Yeah, thanks. Super excited to be here. Looking forward to a cracker of a game.
Yeah, looking forward to that. We do, of course, have Goliath Gaming going up against OG Thunderclap. Two teams we know fairly well at this stage, I think. Paragon, talk to us a little bit about them.
Yeah, so GG pretty well established as quite a dominant team in the scene already. They're definitely a top 3 team in the scene. Thunderclap, new to the kind of premier side of things, having recently come up from First Division in VS, but they qualified for Pro Series, held their own. So this is now their second leg in Pro Series, and they've got they're definitely going to be looking for something to prove here.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a big narrative here. Can Thunderclap take it to Goliath Gaming? Goliath Gaming, of course, the most recent leg of VS Gaming, leg 2. They managed to finish joint second along with BZK and Unidentified. There was a 3-way tie, but in terms of map percentage, they ended up finishing in 3rd place, but still sitting in that second tier below Energy Eden. Thunderclap, meanwhile, seems to be sitting in the tier just below that, the third tier, if we can put it that way, mixing it up with Dominion, DDC Dominion. So a cut below on paper, but of course the game's not played on paper, and Thunderclap have a lot they can do here to try and pull out a big upset here.
Yeah, one of GG's biggest strengths is in their current DPS roster between Mito and Lavius, 2 incredibly strong players that are going to be playing tonight. Lavius, of course, very proficient on the hit scan, and Mito very good on the Genji and projectile. So that's going to be who they're going to be looking to play around tonight. Thunderclap, Bit of a mixed basket.
Holy.
Bit of a mixed basket.
Already.
They're a pretty well diversified group. No real standout players. They prefer to perform together as a unit, and focus on group play. So yeah, let's see how they match up tonight against the Giants of GG.
First map, Nepal here. Some interesting compositional choices here in terms of roster for the Thunderclap lineup. We're looking at Rex and Aquatic, Ninja, Bandit, Yazi, and Tugel. Looks like 3 DPS if I count correctly there. I believe Yazi, Rex, and Aquatic are all DPS, so we're probably going to see a lot of damage duties in this game.
Yeah. What we do normally see from Thunderclap is we do see that Yazi flexes onto the off tank. So Yazi's probably going to be picking up the off tank here. He's a pretty proficient Zarya, likes to go in for the flank and get the damage in the back. Bandit will be sitting on that main tank position in place of Defect.
Perry might need to turn me up just a smidge. I'm getting
Sure.
reports that I'm a bit on the quiet side. Yeah, 100% excited to see what they come out here. Like you said, I think you said, Bandit on that ball. Exactly what we're expecting to see. Aquatic, well known at this stage for his Widowmaker, pretty proficient on that hero. So excited to see some damage dealing. We've been looking at Ghosts for a long time, but BS Leg 2 showed us quite a shading.
Yeah, so one of the big things about the current meta right now is the strongest DPS players generally are a huge boon for their team. So GG does have those really strong DPS players, but let's see what Thunderclap can pull out here.
Yeah, Thunderclap, no slouches in that department, but GG can take position on high ground here. Bandit, so on this right side, but he has been spotted by Meteor. He's going to put the pressure on. He does go through, power drive in the backline, gets stunned, gets taken down. Nice work from Lavius, knocking him down there. Aquatic though, finds a return kill onto Pac-Man here. No main tank for Thunderclap, no main heals, but Yazi goes down, but Aquatic finds another. Every kill answered by the Widowmaker of Thunderclap, still in this team fight. Can they get anything done here? GG on the point. Bandit is back. That is the benefit of the ball, but he's not able to stop them from capping the point. GG do hold the point right now. That puts a clock on Thunderclap. They do find Lavius. That's a big kill, but Pac-Man right on his back there with that resurrection, bringing him straight back to the fight, and he gets the return kill on Bandit. Revenge. They serve cold, and he finds another in the form of a Rex in here. This is probably going to be Thunderclap beating a hasty retreat.
Yeah, good controlled play from GG. Getting underneath the point gives them that natural cover and forces Thunderclap to play a bit aggressive. Try and eke them out one by one. Thunderclap did get some good picks there from Aquatic, but ultimately GG just played the patient game, held the point, and dealt with Thunderclap just as they came in individually.
Yeah, Thunderclap did manage to pick up a few kills there, but they have done a wholesale compositional switch here. Lavius popping that high noon, gonna be looking to get something. Erexon getting very aggressive on that D.Va there, not doing enough though. Matrix not up, and Lavius finds 2 plus Erexon's mech. That is a very, very clean team fight win there for Goliath Gaming. 1 ultimate used.
Yeah, with the latest McCree buffs, you see Bandit there holding that Ryan shield, just trying to block off the McCree output. Because of the latest buff to McCree, after a certain amount of time, his ult the damage of his ult charges up way faster. So it's just gonna break that shield and kill everything behind it.
Yeah, Rexon doing his best there to cut him off, but Tugel taken down. Nice boop from Mito there, I think. Getting out of position, and now he's going to get aggressive here with that rocket barrage. He finds Yazi as well. Thunderclap not looking good in this team fight. Lagbeast finds Bandit on the Reinhardt, and I think it's all over but the crying for Thunderclap in this team fight, and maybe even in this match. Just they're in 91% here for Goliath Gaming. Rexon trying to get on the point here, but I don't know if he's got any friends en route here. He does have Tugel on the way. She will get the touch here to buy overtime. Well, Thunderclap, or maybe not. Mito finds her. Does end up going down, and Lavis picks up another on entry there. It's not looking for Thunderclap. GG with a dominant performance on map 1 of the poll here.
Yeah, unfortunately, Thunderclap starting out with the triple DPS. They lost one fight, so they immediately comp switched. And then they lost all that ult charge, so, GG just pretty much took that off the back of their ults. Does look like we have a disconnect, though, on the side of Thunderclap.
I presume it's not a rage quit. one match into the first round of the first map. So
Yeah, not
Presume
uncommon.
it's just having some connection issues.
Yeah, not uncommon for it to be, good old lag.
Good old lag. Speaking of lag, not having to even use the sound barrier in that last team fight. This is something I think you and I noticed last time we cast Paragon. We cast a lot of Goliath game because they play a lot of Tuesday matches, so we know this team quite well. But one thing we've spoken about in the past when we watched them play DDC, I believe it was Dominion, ult economy is extremely, extremely good. Sharp, ultimate usage, very efficient in terms of how much they're committing to win team fights. So they ended that match with 4 ultimates in the bag there.
Yeah, so pretty much if you look on the screen right now, top left at GG, you see Lagby still has the sound barrier. Pac-Man currently on the Valk. Severin used the grab at the end there, and Z-Lord used the shatter as well. So, like you said,
celebration ults.
Yeah, pretty much. They had that huge bank of ults, and because Thunderclap had to switch comps, they just couldn't build ults fast enough. Because by the time they wanted to get in and start building the ults, Mito had already built up the High Noon, and that just pretty much stopped that attack in its tracks.
Lavius, yeah.
Sorry, Lavius.
Yeah, and they ended up actually just winning that off the back of their DPS ultimates, that whole map.
Yeah, so it is something that we have seen from GG. They're very good at cycling the ults and getting a lot of value out of them. And if you're getting value out of your DPS ults, get 2 or 3 picks each time, then there's less pressure on your tanks and your supports, so they don't need to throw in their ults every fight. They don't feel like they need to, they don't feel like every fight's a do or die.
Bit of a composition switch for both teams here. We're seeing, nice boop ball. Severin did have that Diva fly up there. Z-Lord trying to get back here. There is pressure coming in from Thunderclap. Nice aggressive play from them, assertive play. Need to get something done. Isolated on the left there is Lavius on that Ash, but not taking down. Speaking of taking down, the Ninja finds Z-Lord. That's a big pick, but Lavius gets the return on Yazi. Looks like Thunderclap asserting themselves in this team fight. Bandit not taken down. Nice from Lavius, doesn't find anything there. And Thunderclap with this ball goats composition, putting the pressure on the more static composition of Goliath Gaming.
Yeah, so GG playing that static comp with their Orisa, trying to set up in a bunker and just poke damage into Thunderclap, but unfortunately that works in Thunderclap's favor right now. Their comp is super mobile. It's just gonna roll over them, so to speak, with the Wrecking Ball. Big sleep.
Bandit taking a nap here. He needs to not get taken down. That could be a huge problem for Thunderclap. He is gonna stay alive for the moment, not even taking that much damage, but he just yeets himself into the hole here. He's not long for this world. He's dead. They found Pac-Man, but they've got no ball. And they found 2. Lavius picking up 2 with that Zarya here. Rex gets return kill onto Z-Lord. But Glad Gaming still want to commit to this. They do have position on point. They do cap point. That's a bit of a problem here. Time is now in their favor. Rexon gets taken down on that Diva. And bit of a late ultimate here. But they are going to commit a lot. They're going to commit the bombs. They're going to commit the grab. I think I like that decision here, because they are going to win this team fight by the looks of things.
Yeah, so GG got the sleep on Bandit there, caught him a bit out of position. He was forced to retreat. Thunderclap pushed in from the side. It was a bit of a messy fight after there, where GG looked like they were going to come out on top. They got to the point and capped it, which I think is a bit of a misplay from Thunderclap. They really need that 19%. But GG coming back in here looking strong.
That could be a difference maker here. GG getting aggressive here. They have switched compositions a bit onto a more divey style. Ball, Diva, bomb, nice combo from Goliath Gaming here. We spoke about their good ult economy, but they've also got good ult usage in general, finding a good double kill with the grab bomb, the bigger bang, so to speak. Now it's just a matter of cleanup, but Ericsson, they found 2 here. Ericsson does end up going down. Bandit finds another by the looks of things. Oh no, Laggy managed to find his way out of that one. But they are buying a ton of time on the point here, and you'd think, Parry, if they had that 90%, the match should be over by this point, but maybe it still is. Thunderclap coming back in here, cleaning up here, getting that nice work from Severin to get to go into the hole here, but it's just Mito left. Lavius gonna come in here, he's close to grab, he does end up using it. No! That's the other grab, that's Aquatic's grab, and speaking of bigger bang combos, Thunderclap showing they know exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, really well played to Thunderclap. They came at the end of the fight, and Rex said, "Hey, look, we can combo too."
Yeah. Really nice stuff from Thunderclap. They're showing they are not to be counted out of this one, and Goliath are going to have to stay on their toes here. But Paragon, like we spoke about in the previous map, we saw the opposite in that map. Goliath picking the wrong comp out the gate there, or at least executing poorly on the first team fight, really put him on the back foot for the rest of that round.
Yeah, so it's quite interesting to see how these trades are going. You can definitely see Thunderclap are looking for the more kind of meta comp at the moment. They're trying to get the Wrecking Ball in as much as possible. Use him to disrupt, disorient, stall, buy time, all those kinds of things that he's good at. GG opting to stick with more tried and true comps. So I think on that last map, the ball worked out. Let's see if it works out here.
Let's see, indeed. He comes in straight away, does Bandit onto Z-Lord, who's under a ton of pressure here. Even Rexon getting in on the action there behind the shield, and he is booped back. They are in control here, but Lavius finds the pick, and Mito gets another. We spoke about the good DPS, and it's paying dividends right now for Goliath Gaming. Bandit trying to get on top of Lavius, but he's in some crazy-ass position on the... Whoa! Can you see where Lavius is? He's on some next-level Grandmaster positioning here, still managing to find picks, even from that kind of range. I think Thunderclap definitely taken by surprise there.
Yeah, even myself, I was surprised. I was looking up for him the whole time.
I saw the tracer from his shot, and I was like, "Where's that coming from? Is he still on Sanctum shooting?"
Yeah, crazy play there from Lavius, and yeah, it just speaks to the strength of Goliath's DPS core. They do manage to take the point here. Thunderclap forced to roll back. So it's going to be interesting to see, does Thunderclap stick with his ball comp, or do they switch and lose that valuable ult charge? If we look at the ults, no team having ults yet, but it looks like GG are going to be the first with the Mercy Valkyrie. The barrage is also close, so yeah, it's going to be tight.
Bandit coming in very aggressive here on that ball. Doesn't find anything just yet. Just trying to make space for his team. He's really making Z-Lord's life difficult here. But making life difficult is a barrage in your face. Yeah, he gets taken down. Lavius finds the ninja. But Erexon putting in real work on this diva today. He finds two of his own. That's the pharmacy down. And Aquatic finally managed to track down Lavius on the Widowmaker. Now, Lagbeast finds Aquatic in return. And that's a big ulti from Z-Lord. He's known for that. But he's known for not dying as well, which he did on that case. And Lagbeast getting a bit of a reputation, I think, in the games we've watched for ulting really, really late in fights that are really, really lost.
Yeah, I think at that point Lag maybe wanted to go just for a bit of the stall, get as much percent as they can. He might switch here, we don't know. But it doesn't look like they're going to switch. Just sticking on the Reinhardt, and that generally needs the Lucio to function in a good way. Good play from Mito to pop the barrage early. He used that pretty much as soon as he got it, so he can immediately build the next one.
I think Aquatic's finally spotted out Lavius' spot here. He's making good use of the pressure. Widowmaker there. In comes the ulti from Erexon here. That Diva Bomb. Can he find anything? Lagbeast out of position. I think he wishes he had the Lucio ultimate there, but he is taken down. And his whole team follows suit pretty quickly. Sever not long for this world. Lavius gonna have to get out. Erexon's gonna try and finish him off. Nice work from him. Erexon's been playing very well in the Diva this evening.
Yeah, looks like Thunderclap aren't going to be surprised by Lavius anymore. They've kind of figured out his positioning. Aquatic playing off that left side, off of Thunderclap's left side. Using the angles, blocking the sideline so Lavius can't get a pick on him, and then he just puts a lot of pressure onto Mito. You can see Mito has switched off the Fairy here now, because he realizes he's not going to be able to get that much value against Aquatic's Widow, who's kind of figured out the situation now.
Yeah, has switched on to the McCree now. Here we saw Lavius on, but Mito gonna show us he can do just as well. Speaking of just as well, Z-Lord on the board in a face straight up against Bandit. Here comes the ultimates in from Goliath Gaming, but a nice counter ultimate here from both supports of Thunderclap. Bandit on the point, trying to make as much of a nuisance as he can, but Thunderclap are the one finding the kills here. And at 80%, this is where you start to get worried for Goliath Gaming. They need to win this team fight, and Pac-Man putting in work with that little blast there. He finds one. The supports are getting the kills here. We spoke about good DPS, but these supports are as bloodthirsty as any. Can they find any more, though? They're really not looking good on Goliath Gaming, but Lagbeast finds another. These supports, what's going on? Goliath Gaming showing that they know exactly how to get kills. And it's not looking good now. Thunderclap. Momentum switching back, but Bandit finds the kill there. Oh, just as I spoke too soon. Thunderclap had it all under control. Big ult is coming back in from the respawns here, and Goliath under a lot of pressure. This could be a big upset first map win for Thunderclap if they can just get the cleanups here. Lavius in on the tracer. Not long for this world taken down very quickly. And Thunderclap gonna take map 1 away from Goliath Gaming here.
Yeah, so before the match, I asked on Twitter, does Thunderclap have what it takes to make GG sweat? And I think after that map, GG are going to be sweating a little bit. Very good play from Thunderclap. They initially struggled a bit on the first map with the comp. They had to switch and lost the ults. So GG with that good ult play, as you see here, just really taking those fights. But once Thunderclap found their groove a little bit, they found it a lot easier to just walk in and challenge GG. And like I said, start making them sweat a little bit.
Lavius, there was a question, I don't know if you've got all chat on Parrot, but some of the Thunderclap players were a bit concerned about that spot that Lavius was in, that there was some kind of exploit going on, but that is not what I would call an exploit. It is just a spot on the map.
It's a tech.
Yeah.
Let's just say it's a tech.
Yeah, it's something, but it's definitely not unfair. I think they would be sweating, Goliath Gaming, if they're not in Cape Town, because it's flipping cold here. So I don't think anybody is sweating in the city at the moment. But they are definitely under a ton of pressure on the back foot. But something we know about Goliath as well is that they can come back from a deficit. They're not the kind of team who's going to falter mentally. Maybe one or two plays, but Lag Beast usually has things under control in his camp. So looking to see Goliath put on a good show here.
Yeah, that is something we know very well for ourselves.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about.
we have experienced the reverse sweep, so we know that GG does have big mental energy. We did interview Lavius as well in one of the last games, and he says that their morale is very high. So I think realistically they're going to clear their heads now and go into some other maps. They're going to say, well, who cares about Nepal? Nepal's whatever.
Yeah.
Let's look at the next map. It does look like it is going to be Eichenwald for the next map.
Indeed, I think obviously Goliath picking this one. We've played them on Eichenwald. Remember what they ran, Paragon?
Yeah, they ran a pretty solid bunker composition on the first point, playing around the Baptiste. Very strong Baptiste play coming from Pac-Man, so I think we're probably going to expect to see something similar here.
Set up in the cabin there,
yeah. So from Thunderclap's side, I think they're going to still, stick on that 3 DPS and the ball composition. So we spoke about with the meta now being reliant on having good DPS. So the thing is, because you can run these 3 DPS comps now, even if you have a team like GG where they've got 2 really good DPS players, at the end of the day, one of them is going to be experiencing a 1v2 if the enemy team is 3 DPS. It's just a lot of pressure from that composition. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how GG deals with that if Thunderclap does run the triple DPS in the ball here.
Something we noticed when we played Thunderclap was their ability to switch out their roster in response to specific maps and specific plans they had. Maybe something they just had for us, and maybe against stronger teams that don't feel comfortable switching it up. But we're not going to see any roster switches here. Same group of 6 individuals we saw from the first map. And I agree, like you say, we're probably going to expect more of the same high pressure, high DPS compositions.
Yeah, I do feel like it's quite interesting. We did see on Nepal that they did run goats, but instead of the Rhino, they had the ball. So I feel like that's a really interesting composition to run, and it worked out for them. It made a lot of space in that tight space with the with the environmental hazard as well. We saw Bandit time and time again taking advantage of that, knocking people off the map. So there's not that big of an environmental hazard here. So gonna be interesting to see. He's just gonna have to try and make space for his DPS and get them to land those final blows.
I think if you're running Bandit Paragon, you got to be running that ball, right? That's why you pick this guy up. Strongest ball, one of the stronger balls in the country, from what I understand. So if you've got that in your pocket, you might as well use it.
Yeah, 100%. So we do see the Bastion set up here from Goliath Gaming. We do see the Baptiste. So Thunderclap are going to need to pay attention here. They're going to look out for that lamp and pop it as soon as it gets put up.
Yeah, Easy tried to work his way over the top. You're not making it. They do have a Mito in the back line. Oh, speaking of which, there's a hack off. Nice work from Goliath Gaming. Good combos there from the DPS players, even from across the map. Mito is playing quite a aggressive... Oh, he does get spotted out and pushed back. Yeah, he's playing quite an aggressive Sombra, sitting in the back line, scouting exactly what the story is. Manages to find a pick there. Finds
Whoa.
the hack onto the ninja, and they find another one. Perfect combo, perfect communication from the Sombra and the Bastion there to find these picks.
Yeah.
And now,
Yeah, meanwhile, Aquatic flanks around the tower, gets a massive boop on that high ground, knocks off 3 people, leaving the Bastion there alone, but GG does manage to rotate and get back up there in time.
I think the team were busy taking cover in that moment. Were not able to get in, speaking of not able to get in, Bandit taken down by Lavius, not able to get on top of this Bastion just yet. This comp working out perfectly for Goliath Gaming, exactly what they had planned so far. Severin getting a little bit aggressive here, needs to watch his HP, but he knows his limits here. Good work from him. That's his job, just to get on that point, get under pressure, boot them around, make space for his static composition to get the kills. Switching on to the Widowmaker, it's a Rexer now, usually a role we associate with Aquatic, but he is on the Pharah and he does get taken down by Z-Lord. This comp is working out perfectly here for Goliath Gaming.
Yeah, so Goliath Gaming doing some good rotations. You've got Mito in the backline on the summer just being so irritating for Thunderclap. He's just pretty much not letting them ever engage as a team. So at this point, Thunderclap need to make the decision: either we ignore the Sombra or we deal with her immediately.
Yeah, that's how you deal with Sombra comps as goats. You just play hyper aggressive. It's a pretty similar idea with any other comp as well. Don't let it get set up. But Lavis, he pop his ult here. Not going to find anything just yet. Seemed a bit early. Nice bit of take from him there, working his way back on target. Bandit's in the background. But Rexler's taken down again here. They just need to slow down, calm down, and work together a little bit. Do Thunderclap. They're getting a bit flustered here with this composition. But the EMP, that was the win condition. And let's see if Mito can do any better. Oh, of course he can. He's got Lavius on his back here. They commit the Baptiste ulti as well to Goliath Gaming. And that's going to be a regroup here for Thunderclap.
Yeah,
but again, sorry, that EMP needed to be used as a team.
GG doing the dance real well here. You can see that Thunderclap hasn't managed to get a tick yet, despite the fact that GG are not set up on the point at all. Just dancing on and off perfectly. Severin doing that very well. So they haven't given, they haven't given Thunderclap a tick here. Thunderclap are going to come in aggressively now, as they should have. It looks like they did make the switch off the Sombra, so I think they just wanted to try out the MP and see how much value they could get out of it.
Yeah, running a ball goat composition. Nice rotation from Goliath Gaming on the point here. Bandit does throw in the bombs here, but they're losing heroes quickly. Nice. Oh, big anti on 2 here. Can they capitalize? I think they've lost too many, but they might still be able to win this one out. Bandit finding a lot of kills here, and a nice Lucio ulti from the Ninja. I think he might go down here. He's not careful. Can Mito find the kill on him? Not quite. And good numbers for Thunderclap on point here. It's just Seraphim and Mito, but Severin and Mito. Oh, damn. That's a fraudulent step. Severin and Mito on the point. They do commit the EMP here. That's just to buy time for his team to get back here. They will be doing so soon, but they are losing a lot of heroes in the meantime. Lagby's on point alone here. And it looks like they're not going to commit back in here, I don't think. Thunderclap. Oh, actually, I spoke too soon here. Z-Lord and Lavius. If they're going to win it, this is it. Oh, Z-Lord just managed to get on point in time. Can Thunderclap get the cleanup here? Looking pretty good. And they do just that. Lavius commits the ulti, but that shouldn't be too much of a problem, as I think he'll switch up now after that. But nice work from Thunderclap.
Yeah.
Eventually breaking that point.
Thunderclap did really well. They turned that into a war of attrition. They got GG down onto the low ground, and from that point, Tugo and the Ana just started getting in some high-value anti-nades, and they just managed to, take down target after target. They did lose a few as well, but like I said, it became a war of attrition, and it was just easier for Thunderclap to get back to point.
100%. I like the comp switch there. They really played to their strengths, moved up on the high ground, pushed them to the low ground, and once they're on the low ground, that aggressive ball, triple support comp can really, really put high pressure on the Bastion there. Now, initiation here from Z-Lord on the Winston. They've identified the issue and they want to deal with it. That's Tugel on the Ana. She gets low, not taken down. The Bandit with a great defensive Hammond ultimate there. Ends up taking down Z-Lord with the help of Yazy. Lagby's now on point. Mito does get return kills. They do have a few return kills here to Goliath Gaming, so they might want to be able to get this one out with attrition, but no, they've lost too many here. They're probably going to back on a regroup here. Pac-Man out of position on the left side here. He has been spotted by Bandit, and he will fall pretty soon, I imagine. Oh, no, he hasn't been spotted by Bandit.
Yeah, so Thunderclap, playing a bit more defensively now. GG's looking for the initiation. They've switched to the dive to try and get that initiation. Mito getting quite a bit of value out of Genji, but they're still not getting Tugel. Although she is low.
Jeez, just just out of sync there were the tanks and the DPS, I think. Severin not managing to pick up the kill there, nor was Mito, but you can see exactly what their plan is. Get on top of Tugo, get that kill early. Lavius, nice boot from Lagbeast, making Bandit look a little bit silly as he pile drives straight into the hole. And they do manage to find 2 kills here, so they are in control of this team fight. Goliath Gaming, gonna try and get the kill onto Rexon here with the nano boosted Z-Lord, but Aquatic is really putting in work on this Widowmaker, managing to find Lavius again as he did on the pole. And Rexon gonna be taken down. Yes, he is. I saw from GG here to restabilize, and we're actually looking very low on time with the Thunderclap.
Yeah, so GG having a long drawn off fight there, but some good initiation. They just managed to break Thunderclap apart a little bit, get them to split up, which is somewhat easy since they're playing such a hyper-mobile comp.
Oh, Bandit looking for the Charlie 9 here. Doesn't manage to find it. Seven dropping onto low ground. Nice boop from Z-Lord onto Yez. He finds a kill with a Primal Rage. But the DPS of Thunderclap are putting in work here. Ooh, Z-Lord getting close here. That is Mito with the Dragon Blade out here. He goes straight into Tugel. Gets the kill down. Severin finds 3. That's 3 down for Thunderclap. Rexon taken down as well with a nice one from Severin to get the baby before she can do any harm. Bandit, low, slipped, dead. Nice defense from Goliath Gaming. Gonna hold them here on the bridge.
Yeah, they just they knew that Thunderclap was running out of times. They knew they had a good bank of ults, so they just threw them in there. They got the bomb, the blade, the Primal Rage. They just pretty much, again, broke them apart, divided Thunderclap, made it very difficult for them to get back onto that point as a unit.
Yeah, like we spoke about before, ult efficiency, ult economy is the name of the Goliath Gaming game. I think we saw each hero get like 1 kill there with the ultimate. I know Severin got 1, I think Mito got 1, but if you have 6 and each one gets 1 kill, that's a teamfight win.
Yeah, the thing is with the blade as well, Mito just kind of got in Tugel's face, made it very difficult for her because she immediately then has to play defensively and just keep herself alive. So it means that she can't really give the rest of her team the attention that she needs to. So yeah, very solid play from GG. To stop that Thunderclap attack, which was beginning to look like it might have, they might have looked to cause another upset, but...
Yeah, 100%. They really were building up ahead of steam, but we mustn't forget that they were held for very long on that first point.
Yeah, definitely.
Composition-wise, we are looking at basically a mirrored composition here in terms of Goliath Gaming running something very similar to what they were running, what Thunderclap were running on their attack with the ball and a triple or a lot of DPS, but choosing to run the Diva instead of an additional DPS. No Pharah, no Widow, no Sombra, just going to try and do this the old-fashioned way. Clearly not expecting a bunker comp from Thunderclap, and they would be correct to expect that.
Yeah, Thunderclap running the good old 2-2-2 with the Pharmacy. It's going to be a bit interesting. The Ryan's going to have to play a bit static here with the Zarya because they don't have the Lucio speed. So they're going to really just have to stick onto that point and just get as much value out of each hero as they can.
Oh, speaking of value, very, very high value Bandit. Bandit? Wow, just that's the name of the hero now, Bandit. Ball coming in from Z-Lord here, looking to put pressure, but Aquatic finds Mito in the background. Lavius gets a return kill. They can stop the res, they are sitting pretty here. And looks like, oh, nice sleep. Great sleep from Tugel there. Really excelling on the anti mechanics. And when I say Tugel, I do, of course, mean the ninja, who's a different person. Aquatic getting aggressive here on the Pharah. Not able to find anything, but Rexon did find Lavius to clean up that team fight. Nice work from Thunderclap there.
Yeah, Thunderclap playing very aggressive here. Holding right above the bridge. GG need to kind of just get past them. Get onto point. Get behind them. Get behind that Rhine shield. He's not fast. He doesn't have the Lucio speed.
Yeah, just ignore him, and that's what we're going to try and do here. Getting straight on top of Rexon, but they don't find him. Aquatic putting in work on Lavius here. He's had his number a little bit so far. Maybe a bit of bias there, only seeing Aquatic get the kills, but he is putting Lavius on the back foot a little bit. Now Goliath Gaming still coming to this fight. Here comes the Nano, but Lagvis committing his ulti here again. Not sure how good that was considering they were 1 down, but clearly they felt they could win it. What was that grab? Yeeted from downtown there. Finds 1 but doesn't get any kills. Finds nothing in fact. And they're committing so much here, Goliath Gaming. They still think they can win this, but I'm not so sure if it's possible, from what I can see, they can kill Bandit, maybe. Okay, they've killed Bandit now. They can get something down. Tugal on point needs to get taken down on the Mercy here. He's only got Yazi for backup on the Zarya. She's only got Yazi for backup on the Zarya. And she's got nothing anymore because she's dead.
Yeah, so
Yazi taken down there. Great work from Glad Gaming.
So GG getting that first point a bit quicker, because pretty much they didn't. Thunderclap didn't really set up anywhere. They were looking to play that War of Attrition from the start. And unfortunately for GG, when they got in there and started getting some picks, it is just in their advantage. So they managed to get numbers back quicker, and get bodies on point. Keep just chipping away at OG until they eventually lost the point.
Yeah, I should really know better than to criticize the ultimate usage from Glad Gaming. Speaking of ultimate usage, nice ultimate usage from both teams there, or rather Thunderclap. But GG, even with no ultimates, managed to keep this one even. But Aquatic's going to even this one up pretty quickly here. Zelo did pop his ulti. I suspect he's probably going to switch up here.
Yeah, I do think on that attack on first point, when GG did start popping all their ultimates, they wanted the switch already, which is why they started popping them. But they popped the ultimates and they ended up getting value enough for them to win.
Yeah, I think you're probably right about that, actually. So they're all going to do the switch here. Lavius has moved onto that McCree, which I don't think he was on before. Mito going to stick on the Genji close to Blade here. Zelo onto that Monkey, like we said. Glad Gaming just going to look for some good old dive here. Probably going to try and pressure that Ana again. Same plan as before. Can they get it in? No, they can't. Nice aggressive play from Thunderclap, cutting them off with the choke here before they can even think about what they want to do.
Yeah, GG taking a lot of time to set up here. It was a problem we did see on the first point. They were taking a while to set up. They need to be a bit more decisive here. And just, they need to go in before Thunderclap gets these opportunities that they're getting to use these ultimates like the Barrage.
I think it's easier said than done, though. You got to get set up properly and look for that initiation as a unit. But like you say, Thunderclap taking advantage of that. Nice. Here comes Mito with the Blade. Doesn't find anything just yet. Lavius finds his opposite number in Erection this time on the McCree. Zelo finds Yazi as well. That's two big picks for the side of Goliath Gaming. Aquatic going to do his best to bring this one back, though. He takes down Pac-Man. Severin taking a bit of a nap here, feeling a bit tired. Past his bedtime. Lavius coming the high noon. You're not going to find anything, though. Thunderclap look to regroup here. Beat a base retreat with a bit of a soft reset here, I imagine. Aquatic, though, putting a ton of pressure on from the high ground. Your Severin's getting quite low. He needs to be careful. Two ultis. Here comes a grab. That is a worst grab I've seen in a long time. Not able to find anything on that. And now that's the go time for Glad Gaming here. Onto Yazi. Can Zelo get this kill onto him? He's getting pretty low. He is taken down. Glad Gaming in the driver's seat of this team fight, but they do need to watch Aquatic here. He's looking to get aggressive here. He finds nice work from Severin, though. Straight on top of him with the D-Matrix. Can they get anything with his bomb? No, he can't. But Bandit? Oh, Bandit's probably dead here. I think he's in trouble. Swinging on the side of the wall here like a pendulum. No, he's got the mechanics to get his way back up here, but I don't think it's going to be enough. It's just him left. There's a lot of damage here. Nice work from Lavius, finding two at the end of that. Aquatic coming in here, but he's coming through the window. A lot of pressure. Yazi has switched on to Hog here. Interesting switch from him, and he is taken down very quickly thanks to the Anahil from Pac-Man. Nice work from Mito. Finds Aquatic. Thunderclap not able to get back in here, and GG square this one up.
Yeah, very well played to Goliath Gaming. So taking a look at that fight, you saw Mito coming in immediately with the Blade. He got one kill out of that, but that's not the point. The point is, as soon as he pops that Blade, Thunderclap starts splitting up, backing off. It makes so much space that it allows GG to get through the choke. And then just as Thunderclap want to re-engage, you see Lavius pop the high noon. And again, Thunderclap forced to back off into an unfavorable position where the dive then works in the favor of GG. Very clever play and very well done to Goliath Gaming.
100%. We spoke about great DPS on the Goliath Gaming side, but the tanks are no slouches. There's no slouches on this team anyway. But tanks are really strong tank lineup. Severin and Zelo. Zelo known for his Ryan plays, but no slouch on the Hammond nor the Winston. And really working well with Severin there to put the pressure on, using the space that the DPS have created, and vice versa.
Yeah, so Thunderclap, they're now looking at 1-1. They know they've got a map off of GG here. Looks like we're going to go to the third map being Temple of Anubis. So going to be interesting to see here. Thunderclap, they're thinking we've taken a map off of them. Let's try and make it 2. And if they make it 2, then who knows? They might be thinking, okay, well maybe we can take this game and move even further up the Pro Series log.
Yeah, if you can win 1, you can win 3. That's the rule I play by. So Thunderclap really not looking down any kind of barrel here, but they have been squared up now, and that means Goliath has the momentum for going to the next map, which looks like it's going to be Temple of Anubis here. What are you expecting out of these two teams here, Paragon? More of the same or something new?
Yeah, so I think on the attack, I think we are going to pretty much be expecting the same from Thunderclap. They're going to be playing, again, DPS heavy comp with the Wrecking Ball. GG might look to play the bunker here, because we have seen them pull it out. They did pull it out on Eichenwald, and it did work pretty well in their favor. So they might pull it out here and play off these high grounds here above the point of Anubis. But it's any man's game. They might think to themselves, okay, they know about the bunker, and they've kind of figured out how to get around it. So maybe we should switch it up.
Yeah, but I think my opinion is that I should just keep running it, right? You saw how long Thunderclap took to deal with and how uncoordinated they looked until they switched onto that comp. That comp, if they choose to set up on the high ground on the right side of the point here on defense, Goliath Gaming, you can't just run up to that and force him to regroup, right?
Yeah.
You got to have some kind of dive, some kind of high ground pressure you can put on them, which Goats really just doesn't have, or rather, 3 supports with the ball really just doesn't have. So they're not going to have as easy of a time if they do choose to go that way on Goliath Gaming.
Yeah. So I think it is going to be a bit interesting to see. But yeah, the high grounds definitely are the most important factor of this map, considering you got 1 watching the choke as the attacking team comes in from their spawn, and then you got 2 overlooking the point, 1 on the left and on the right. You can see them now. So it's going to be interesting to see where GG decides to set up, and where they rotate back to as Thunderclap pushes in. If they do hold the high ground, we might see more of that point dancing from Severin, getting down there, contesting, letting GG get the value from the high ground, and then heading back up for some healing. He did that very well on Eichenwald, got a lot of value out of that, and stopped Thunderclap from getting a tick. A lot of times where you thought that they were just gonna get it is the perfect time when he managed to swoop in there and stop them, and allowed Lavius on the Bastion to get that value. Does look like we have a disconnect on Thunderclap's side though, so we are just waiting for that before we continue.
Looks like he's got some issue with his game files. Something needs to download again, apparently. Not sure how long that's going to take, but I don't think it should be too long. It is, who's disconnected yet? The Ninja is disconnected, so hopefully he'll be back in a moment, but that gives us more time to talk about these 2 lovely teams. Goliath Gaming here managed to pick up that last game if you're just joining us. TC did manage to take Nepal first map. Bit of an upset there with a 2-1 victory, but showing real strength playing the triple DPS ball comp, and even a little bit of triple support ball comp as well. GG, we've seen more of the same from them. Really strong bunker comp play, like we said, and as well as some really, really excellent ultimate management. Oh, apparently there is an update for Overwatch.
What? Oh, well, I suppose it is Tuesday.
It is Tuesday.
It does make sense. That could be a problem.
They're saying don't restart, but
thankfully we are at the the start of this map, so it's not like we're interrupting a map halfway through. But if the Ninja has to update, that means he's going to be on another version. He's not going to be able to join Thunderclap here, so they may have to sub someone in.
All of their subs have also updated. I'm just reading through the chat here. So
that is not good.
Yeah, we're probably just going to have to do a reset here as everyone downloads. I think most of these peeps have pretty strong internet, so yeah, Lavius leaving the game, So we will be jumping out of this one and re-lobbying once we've all downloaded the updates.
Yeah, in the
Paragon,
meantime,
you and I have pretty strong internet, so we'll be back.
We will be back in a few, but in the meantime, we are going to call a recess. So yeah, we will see you guys in a few.
To the baseline.
Taken by the words that you say, the voice that carries them has kept me astray. Too soon to act on it, can we ever be? That all depends on what you're feeling from me. Let me show you all the way. Let me show you all the ways. Let me show you all the ways, yeah. Let me show you all the ways, that you say. The voice that carries them has kept me astray. Too soon to act on it, can we ever be? That all depends on what you're feeling from me. Let me show you all the way. Let me show you all the ways. Oh, let me show you all the ways. Yeah, let me show you all the ways. Oh.
sandstorm. I fought it, though I wanted everything to do with what you give to me. Loosening my grip as pulled you into me. When I let you go, it just pulled you closer. It's a long departure. It's a long departure. Before I see you again, before it all makes sense, but I can't hold you back. And I still don't understand where it came from, but you're back in with the passion. I'm awake with the flame in a hailstorm. I'm back in, I gotta have it. Everything to do with what you give to me. Loosening my grip has pulled you into me. When I let you go, it just pulled you closer. It's a long departure. It's a long departure. You turned toward me and looked so weak. I've never seen you with such tired eyes. And everything we said we'd be, we just traded for a suit coat and a tie. This time we got out. From underneath the rows of trees, I will see you where the ocean meets the sky. Under your toes, the fire grows. You are ready for a different kind of life. You're silent for the wind is cold. You must return to the wild. You're silent for the wind is cold. You must return to the wild. Follow me down, there's no one around. Lay back and take your socks and shoes right off. That natural light is so damn polite, can make you feel just like you were young again. Standing underneath the rows of trees, I can see where the ocean meets the sky. Under our clothes, a fire grows. We are ready for this life of running wild. We're running wild. Underneath the rows of trees, I will see where the ocean meets the sky. Under toes, fire grows. You are ready for a different kind of life. Just shining forward, the wind is cold. You must return to the wild. Just shining forward, the wind is cold. You must return to the wild.
Okay, and we're back. Not too long of a wait, I hope. We all have lovely, lovely fiber internet by the looks of things. For those of you who are just joining us, we are, of course, watching Goliath Gaming versus OG Thunderclap in the Mettlestate Pro Series. So far, been a very close match. Both teams' punches hitting pretty strong. Thunderclap taking the first map on Nepal with some strong ball triple DPS play. Goliath Gaming hitting back straight away. Eichenwald, though, taking that map with some strong ball DPS of their own, but that map categorized by strong bunker play from Goliath Gaming. This map looks like we're going to see some dive defense out of Goliath Gaming and on attack. More of the same, triple DPS ball.
Yeah. So we're gonna see GG playing off of those high grounds, setting up, trying to push in on top of Thunderclap as they get through that choke and trying to get as many picks as they can before rotating back to point.
Yeah, important here not to overcommit in positioning. Pac-Man will be sitting up on the back left here for Goliath Gaming, and they need to be careful that they stay in their sidelines and don't commit to fights where you can't help them.
Yeah, so Severin and Z-Lord immediately set up here on that little perch over there. They're gonna watch, wait for Thunderclap to come through and try and jump and get one target and get out, maybe.
That's probably the plan here. They haven't spotted out, so Thunderclap know what's going on. Z-Lord tries to get into Tuggle. Nice combo from them here. Severin is hacked. Yazy on that Sombra making the difference. Aquatic finds a kill on Z-Lord here, so the floodgates open for Thunderclap. They move towards point now. Severin taken down as well. No tanks for Goliath Gaming. Bandit on the high ground, taking a short nap there, but does pull back. They did manage to res Z-Lord there. That's a huge deal as far as Goliath Gaming are concerned, but he is dropped again. Yazy finds the hack, finds the kill. Severin getting some returns here. I think he must be a baby at the moment, right? I'm not sure where he is, but he is getting kills. Yeah, he was a baby that whole time. Picked up 2 with a Bunny Blast. A nice work from Severin, and Goliath Gaming going to restabilize this point.
Yeah, some solid work from them. Just dropping down on targets. Unfortunately, they did get the pick. OG did get the pick on Z-Lord at the start of the fight, so GG had to play a bit defensive there, but they handled it very well.
Absolutely. Severin, nice hack from Yazy down to Severin. Managed to kill or Aquatic, or at least a D-Mech. Big anti-heal onto Bandit there. He has to get out of here. I like this play from the Ninja here, sitting up on the high ground. But Mito, nice work getting on top of Aquatic there. As Lavius finds a Rexon on the Hanzo with the Ash. And Mito, he's not done just yet. Getting aggressive. We're looking for that second support kill. Not going to find it though. Bandit has his Lucio's back as Goliath Gaming holds steady here for another push.
Yeah, GG executing the plan real well there, getting those picks. Bandit got a lot of value off the pile driver on the high ground there, but Pac-Man was there with the nade, just popped it right down, got the anti on Bandit, forcing him to run away. And just immediately, pretty much everyone standing on that left high ground was back up to full.
Smart play from Thunderclap. They're using the Widow ultimate there and then just switching off. So they know where Goliath Gaming are looking to set up here, but they have switched on to the Tracer. Here comes Mito with the Nano Blade. Immediately kills the Rexon. Immediately kills Tuggle. He's going to find another one in the background here. No, yes he is. Aquatic taken down. It's a pretty handy fight win here. We spoke about good ult economy. I'm going to keep mentioning it. They keep doing it. Use 2 ultis to take that team fight.
Yeah, so they're coming up on the Bob now. You can hear Lavius calling it out, so he's going to want to look at using the Bob in the next fight. We see Thunderclap switching up a comp, so they're losing ults now. The only thing that they're going to have soon is the Lucio beat. Everything has been reset back to 1%, so going to be interesting to see how quickly they build them up now.
There seems to be a bit of a fallback comp for them. The triple support ball here with the essentially a ghost comp with a ball. Something they switched onto an Icon Bolt as well. They're trying to take that first one. Let's see if they find success with it for a second time in a row here. Z-Lord on the backline, onto the Moria there, but she's not an easy kill. Oh, that's a huge anti-heal. Finds 3 with that, and now huge. Oh. Thunderclap on the back foot here, having to try and keep themselves alive while that anti-heal comes off. But Lavius from the high ground finds Tugel. That's little healing, but turn kills here for Thunderclap. They're not out of this one just yet. Z-Lord taken down, and they do prevent the resurrection, but Lavius still being a real nuisance on that high ground. They're taking down Aquatic with a nice headshot onto the Zarya player there. Yazy gonna be hit by that. Can Severin do anything with this bomb here? Don't think he's gonna find anything. Doesn't. Thunderclap managing to find cover there just in time, and Erection gets the kill on Severin before he can demake. That's a huge deal. Another big anti-nade from Pac-Man. Another nick. Big bomb from Lavius here. That's a huge one, and they're actually gonna reset here. Are they? Nano boost onto Z-Lord. He finds 2. Can he get any more here? We're probably gonna see Yazy go down, or Aquatic rather, on that Zarya, and they don't have much time here to get in. Bandit set up on that high ground though. If he doesn't get taken down, he can buy time the reset, and they do have ultimates coming in here for Thunderclap if they can get back in here. But Lavis is going to try and prevent that with the bomb, popping that down nice and early. But Mito, he's got the dragon. This is an impossible fight. Dragon and Bob split numbers for the side of OG here. Bomb comes in from Rex, and he's going to need to find a lot here, but he finds nothing. GG have this one under control. Respawn's coming in though. Big anti-heal onto 3. For the side of Thunderclap, can they get anything done here? Aquatic's going to need to build an ulti quickly here, but he's too far away. Erexon's taken down. Goliath in control. And they're on point though. He's going to try and make something happen. Finds Mito, but that's not enough just yet. Shield from Z-Lord. Oh, is he going to get the res? He does get the res off. Does lag beast there on the Mercy. That kill undone. Mito back alive. Damage in. Damage down. Thunderclap down and out in this one. Best they can hope for now is a draw, I think.
Yeah, really well played. Thunderclap did get ticks, so unfortunately, yeah, you can see they got the 84.5% capture progress, so no draw. They're gonna have to push for the hold here on the first point. The thing is, right? So we saw Thunderclap, switch up comps to that comp do pretty much similar what they did on Iconvolt. They rotated up onto the high ground, forced GG off, but GG just managed to take that other high ground. Lavius getting so much value off that high ground, not feeling any pressure, putting in so much damage. Thunderclap did manage to, turn it again into a battle of attrition. Just get the kills there, a slow trickle of kills going, forcing GG to kind of do a reset, but GG, really good reset. They pulled back, waited until the final moment, and got back in there, and then they started punishing Thunderclap. So, yeah, well played to GG to hold that point and keep it at only 84%. But, yeah, Thunderclap are going to be looking to hold this here as best they can. They are going to be running the Bastion Symmetra, so that is quite interesting. They're going to be looking for the rotations.
Oh, no Symmetra. That was just to get on a high ground. But
okay. Looks like she is going to head back for the switch, yeah.
I actually would have liked to see them keep the Symmetry here, but not in place of a Baptiste. You gotta have that here in the Sparker composition. I spoke about it before the break, but we ended up seeing it play out the way we expected. They switched onto that goat's ball thing and weren't able to get the pressure on the high ground that they needed. Lavis on the high ground really just put pressure on them, ended up putting them out that fight.
Can we call it boats?
What? Boats?
Boats.
I'm sure there's a... I mean, that's as good a name as any, right?
Yeah, it's ball goats, boats.
Goats.
And he floats a lot, so, boats. Boats float.
Boat? Can't argue with that logic, Paragon.
But yeah, so we see...
Boats do indeed float. Expert analysis there from Paragon.
We see Thunderclap have set up on the high ground. GG taking the slow push in here, just analyzing the situation.
Aquatic found Lavius there. Into a nice pause there, just to reset the mind once more.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of the pause screen today.
Well, I'd rather see the pause screen than not even a lobby. So
yeah,
it's a little bit of an improvement.
Yeah, true. Fair enough.
Like you said here, set up on the high ground or Thunderclap. Aquatic really does seem to be getting the better of Lavius here, but I don't know if I've just got confirmation bias now. Because every time he kills Lavius, I'm like, there's the kill on Lavius. And I think I might never ever see the other one. So possible that this fight is more even than I'm letting on, but
Yeah,
Aquatic at the very least holding his own.
I think Aquatic is looking specifically to put pressure on Lavius, and I think Lavius, being on the Ash here, he's looking for more general kind of DPS output and pressure play. We did see in the last fight exactly that. Like, he's on the high ground, putting so much pressure into Thunderclap on the low ground, getting a lot of value off the TNTs, building up ults really quick. So I think that's more of what Lavius is looking for here. Aquatic, does manage to get the pick, but as you can see, Lagbeast just reses that. So GG are still 6, and they're still going to look to push here. They did take a little while before they kind of got into that room. They took a moment to analyze the situation and think, okay, guys, what are we going to do here? What is the plan? So
decided in the end that dive with the Sombra was the best call here. I can't say I disagree with that. Need to put pressure. Not going to make the same mistake that TC ended up making. Going to put pressure on that high ground, get them off the high ground, and play around that way.
Yeah, 100%. It's going to be interesting to see exactly what GG have planned and how well they can execute it here, as we are about to get back into the action.
Yeah, GG gonna be rotating on the left side here, trying to get some initiation in here. The Ninja bouncing up and down like a rabbit on that Baptiste. We do see Mito on the point here on that Sombra. Invis for now. Probably gonna look for a hack from that low ground. Do see a Rexon spy checking on that D.Va. Perfect here to do that. Soon can spot Mito out before he gets any value. Moving on to point now. Goliath Gaming under cover there, not able to. Oh, who's taken down? Rexon they're taken down. That's the opposite of what you saw Severin doing, managing to hold that position without going down. Real big difference maker. Yazy though finds Z-Lord here now. No contest on the low ground. Oh, they're dropping one by one. This is really, really bad. Not sure what happened there, but of a miscommunication. But Mito, he's going to pick up the scraps here, no problem. Big thanks for that. Need to drop down soon. Yazy alone on the high ground. Looking good here. Taken down immediately. And Goliath Game, we're going to clean this one up. Lickety split. First push is all they needed. 2-1 rather to Goliath Gaming here.
Not just yet.
Not just yet, okay? Eriksen coming in here, trying to make it happen. Mito has this one under control. It's an EMP bomb. You're going to see at least one kill. And you're going to see the end of map 3 here. Goliath Gaming really, really looking out of control. I wonder how that break affected the team's mentalities here.
Yeah, I think the thing is, I think GG had already decided on that plan. Maybe they discussed it in the break, but I think the important thing is that they did really well there. I mean, you can see Lavius just sitting over here, coming in, cleaning up. Really, really phenomenal play.
Yeah, really nice play, but Thunderclap looking very uncoordinated on that Bastion comp there. I think somebody ended up getting hacked there, and they destroyed their composure a little bit. But you saw...
Yeah.
As I mentioned, Eriksen ended up dropping there on the D.Va, as in dying, which is something Severin wasn't doing. Yeah, and that was the big difference maker between the two comps there.
Yeah, if you are going to play the high ground, you need your contest to be solid, and then you need to start getting out picks and putting out pressure. The moment they lost Eriksen in that moment, I think is when they should have maybe cohesively gone down and tried to clear out GG, because GG weren't stacked in that time. It was still only 4 of them underneath them. So it still could have been a 5v4 fight if they'd all jumped down and just tried to, clear them out and reposition. But the thing is, with the Symmetra TP and then switching off onto the Baptiste, that's a one-way ticket. Because when you jump off the high ground, Bastion can't get it back up there, and he's then got to set up on the left.
Yeah, that's a great point, actually.
The thing is, if they did set up on the left, there's no room underneath them then like there was on the right. So GG playing in and out of that room... very clever, patient play. OG did manage to pick up Z-Lord, the Winston, but at that point it didn't matter because the Orisa jumped down, got antied, got melted, and then from there, pretty much it was just a cleanup for Lavius and Mito. So well played to them.
I think key to that one was Mito's Sombra there for sure. I believe that he got the hack on Eriksen that resulted in his death, and after that it all just cascaded out of control from as far as Thunderclap are concerned. So he really opened the door there, setting up that kill on Eriksen and getting quite a few kills after that, putting in the damage and ending up finishing the game with that EMP. So really good play from Mito there.
Yeah, 100%. We are going to see a substitution from the side of Thunderclap. We're going to see Defect coming in. So it's going to be interesting. He brings with him quite some experience. Maybe he's going to try and just calm things down, get Thunderclap's head back in the game. He's going to be filling in on that main tank position. So, yeah, Yeezy playing alongside him in the off tank. We might see some more traditional kind of play from them now. Defect is very strong on the Reinhardt, so we might see a bit more of that.
I think that's the big part of this. You spoke about mentality and what he brings in that regard as the leader of this team, but I think he also just brings a very different hero pool. Bandit, not quite a one trick, but definitely well known for that ball. So if you're not planning on running a lot of ball, and it is Dorado next, that has been decided by the looks of things. Not the strongest ball map, but really ball can work anywhere if you try hard enough, in my opinion. So, but they've decided the way they want to play is switch that ball out, play around something a bit more consistent, a bit more static, something maybe they're a bit more used to.
Yeah, 100%. So
we are just taking another 1 minute break here, probably as Defect comes in and tries to get his bearings on the state of the game.
Yeah. So yeah, Dorado, we're looking at another map that's got a good high ground at the start. As the cart comes in, they're going to try and hold that high ground and then rotate to the choke. GG opting for the defense first, it does look like here. So yeah, they're going to hold that high ground, rotate to the choke, and do their best to hold Thunderclap there. It's going to be interesting to see if Thunderclap does play a kind of GOATS composition, because what they can do is they can get the card up, force GG to rotate, and then if they're fast enough, they can get into GG's bunker before they can adequately set up. And in the GOATS, that's absolutely devastating against bunker. Your Reinhardt just walking with his hammer swinging, and 5 people behind him just throwing resources at you. And if you're not set up as bunker to deal with that just yet, then it's almost impossible to recover from.
Yeah, I think when there's no high ground in play, I'd rather be on GOATS than on the bunker.
Yeah.
Because like 100%. You say, you can just run straight to that Orisa's shield, poop all over that Orisa's whole life, kill her, and from there on without the main tank, that team is in trouble. You can just keep steamrolling them, which you can't do on maps with high ground. You need to first rotate to the high ground, and that's exactly what the bunker comp wants. So we'll see if GG end up running the bunker comp. We do also see a lot of high DPS compositions on this first point here, set up very aggressively. So let's see how the teams choose to play things here.
Yeah, maybe we'll see some of the boats.
Some of the boats?
Boats.
We just lost Bandit, so I think we're out of boats for the day.
You never know. Maybe Defect's been practicing his hamster. You never know.
That's true. I think, though, even when we saw them playing hamster without Bandit, I think it was Miru playing it, but I stand to be corrected there.
But anyways, there are lots of boats on Dorado, as you can see now. See?
That is true. Boats for days. Paragon's favorite maps. Yeah. And remember, guys, boats float.
Yes, of course. I'm actually a genius. I watch Rick and Morty, by the way.
Nice. Smart guy, this guy. That's why I pay you the big bucks. And by the big bucks, I mean absolutely nothing.
Yeah, so from Thunderclap, we are going to see a dive. I'm not sure if the Torbjorn is going to stick around, but they have set up for a dive. And GG are setting up for 2-2-2. So they are going to just hold the high ground there, get some ult charge on Lavius on the Ashe, and then rotate around and try and hold the choke in all likelihood.
I imagine we'll probably see a Aquatic switch onto the Widowmaker here, right?
Yeah. In all likelihood, we will see him switch onto the Widowmaker. But hey, if you're stuck on the Torbjorn, I mean, I wouldn't complain. That would be hella interesting.
Yeah, just pop that thing on the tower,
exactly.
on the point, and then take it from there. No, though, he's going to play the Widowmaker.
Yeah, he's going to switch to the Widowmaker. So it's going to be interesting to see here. Let's keep track of Lavius starting here from 1% ult charge. Let's see how much ult charge he builds up on the high ground. Already sitting at 20%.
Yeah, gonna be doing a lot of work here, defecting a little bit aggressive, just gonna force Mito out here with the backup from Yeezy. Just wants to take control a bit of that high ground. Lavius, oh, you spoke about him being a difference maker here, and he finds a pick on Erexon immediately. Tugol will undo that kill, but that is a resurrection down for Thunderclap here. Aggressive play from Defecture. What you want to see on this Winston. He makes enough space for Quack to find the kill on Severin. They're looking for Rezio, but she needs to be careful here. Lagby's nice work from Goliath Gaming though. Good calling. Good teamwork to keep that Mercy alive and let her bring Severin back. That is a full 6v6 now. Big anti-heal on the front line though. Yazy taken down in that mech. Or rather, the mech is taken down. Defect still wants to get aggressive here. They do find Z-Lord there, recognizing he was low and playing aggressive. He does pop his ulti as well, does Defect to try and get some more out of this. And Aquatic finds Lavius in the meanwhile. Again, lending credence to my theory that Aquatic is outplaying Lavius here. But Thunderclap, great work from them, utilizing their comp to take that first point.
Yeah, very good play from Thunderclap. GG just a bit slow on the rotation. They got some good value off that high ground, but the moment when they had to res, that's when they should have tried to just run immediately and hold that choke.
Yeah.
Thunderclap taking advantage of that and just pushing them the whole time they were rotating. So not letting them set up in the choke and just playing all around them.
Thunderclap on the back foot here. They didn't have Diva Mech until right this second. They throw the bomb in hyper aggressive and it just gets killed. Not sure about that, but they do throw the Nanoblade in with Mito. He finds a kill even through the Transcendence from the Ninja. He finds another kill through the Transcendence. That's the power of the Nano Boost on that blade. Gives you enough damage to burn through the Transcendence from the Zenyatta. And using that, Riot Gaming end up taking the fight away from Thunderclap here and get a little bit of a stagger out there on Yazy as well. Just to rub salt in the wounds.
Yeah, phenomenal play from Mito there with the Nano Blade, getting great value out of that. You know, you're forcing the trance and you're getting 2 kills. That's actually unbelievable. That's pretty much, in my opinion, that's almost more weight than a 6k.
Yeah, 100%. Lavius did find a kill on Aquatic there, by the way, in case people think I'm hyper-biased. Oh, speaking of bias, that's not a segue. They pop a grab onto Pointer. They find 2. Glad Gaming control. We spoke about Ultimate Economy, and they know exactly what they're doing. Aquatic does find the return on Mito, but Lag Beast with the undo button there brings him right back into the fray.
Yeah, it was a dirty jump shot from Aquatic. Did not see that coming at all. Took me a little bit by surprise. Oh!
Yeah, neither did Mito by the looks of things. Lavius, he heard me speaking, he's decided he's had enough and he's kill Aquatic every single team fight.
Stop talking, Sun Phoenix.
he does so in this team fight. If I can make players play better just by saying words, then I've got a superpower.
Oh!
Speaking of superpowers, Yazy, that's 2 supports down.
Whoa!
Gaming side, Zelo with a massive shatter, biggest shatter you'll ever see. Finds 2 kills on that, but fight still in TC's favor. They did bring out the Bob though. That's an extra hero that's doing a ton of damage, and Goliath really gonna bring this one back here off the back of a massive ultimate from Z-Lord there. That Earth Shatter might have just won in this team fight, but Rexon, he's not letting this one go just yet. Gonna try and get aggressively. Nice great move from the Ninja there. Managing to push Z-Lord in there, but Lagbeast once more with that undo brings Z-Lord back into the fray. Holding another ult here. Halfway to that is the Reinhardt player for Goliath Gaming. Can they get anything done here? They are getting the respawns in here, but both teams up to their full 6 now. Defect deciding he's had enough of playing pretty here. Getting angry, popping that Primal Rage and getting aggressive on Pac-Man. Decides not to commit in there. Gets back instead to defend his backline here. Nice peel play from him. And Eriksen finds the kill on Lavius here, recouping that kill from early on in the match. And Aquatic picking up a nice triple there. No headshots though, so no aim.
The body shot bandit.
No, the body shot Aquatic.
So yeah, we see some really good play from Thundercloud coming in here. They're really breaking apart GG. GG are not able to play together. We do see the tanks all the way in the front, around the corner, and the supports hiding inside the building. So it's really difficult for GG to kind of, you know, pull away a team fight like that. They need to gain a bit of composure here.
Oh, shatter in from Z-Lord. He does find 2 in the back, but not able to get aggressive on them. Here's the grabbing from Severin. Finds 2, that's Tugel. Charge down. Yazy taken down as well. The Ninja finds Lavius in the background. The Ninja dominating Lavius whole match. I saw 1 kill, and that's what I've decided to...
That's the narrative now.
Yeah, that's the narrative.
Yes.
Of course, so Lavius being dominated by every single player on the enemy team.
Honestly speaking, I think what happened in that fight is exactly what TC wanted. They wanted to walk in there and force GG to use ults, and that's what GG did. They used the grab and the shatter.
That's it, though. They do switch up the composition here onto their own dive composition. Gonna fight fire with fire. Speaking of fire, here comes some fiery dragons in from a Rex, and Labius, though, kills the ninja. I think the ninja still got the better of that engagement. Yes, he finds the kill on Lagbeast. That's a huge kill, but Nito finds a return on Aquatic here. Severin dueling his Diva counterpart, but Nito really is pulling out something special here on this team fight. He finds another. Can they get anything more down? Goliath Gaming here. They are on the back foot on this defense. Defect, nice work from him here, dominating Lazius just like the rest of his team. Can they get anything more down here? It's 4 players. A lot of respawns coming in here for Goliath Gaming. Looks like they're gonna reset here. So I'm kidding, of course. Anybody who's listening, Lavius is a great player and he's playing extremely well this match.
Yeah, so GG now have the spawn advantage in their favor, so it's going to be a lot harder for Thunderclap to kind of get in there and just get a couple of picks and force GG back. GG don't have anywhere else to go now. Their back's up against the wall, so it's going to be a lot easier for them to play cohesively here. So Thunderclap might need to try something else.
Well, speaking of try something else here, Ultimate coming in from Mito. He's decided he doesn't feel like getting kills. Oh, he changed his mind, going deep in there with a Nano Blade, but not able to find anything. Good work from Thunderclap, pulling back there, not letting him get any value.
Yeah,
this is a Dote's composition from Thunderclap.
Intelligent play from Thunderclap. They've noticed how GG like to be very aggressive with the ultimates and pop them as soon as they can. And I think they use that to their advantage there.
Goliath coming in here with the bomb, not able to find anything. Was Severin there? The dude to the bomb in as well. So bomb combo, not something that's really well known. So getting aggressed on here by Defect. In fact, the whole of Thunderclap running straight at them. They're not able to find value on Goliath Gaming here just yet. Nice bomb in from Yezi. Is this going to be huge?
Oh,
it's huge!
both supports.
He finds another double on the supports. Last time he did that, Goliath still managed to pull it out. This time though, they don't have a huge shadow from Z-Lord. It's just Severin left a point. Thunderclap, great work from them. Gonna end up taking this, but Z-Lord's back in here. He's gonna be close to a Primal Rage, very close. If he can stay alive, get it up, or taking down a Rex, putting in work with this Brigida with a nice stun there. Lagbeast making life difficult for Thunderclap here. Gets anti-heal, gonna get taken down soon, but he's not taken down just yet. Severin on the ball, sorry, that's Mito. Really making life difficult for Thunderclap. They're not killing them fast enough here. Lions are gonna come back in here with the spawn advantage. You're gonna see the Monkey come back in with ulti as well. He's gonna make a lot of space for his team, but he does get grabbed straight away. But he will pop the ulti to stay alive. Okay, he finds the kill. Severin does on the ninja. Lavius finds Tugel on the back line here. Can they get anything more done? Need to be careful not to leave the point here. Goliath Gaming, no, Z-Lord got pushed off, but he's coming back.
Oh!
Not quite a
Unfortunate.
C9, but as close as it gets. Great work from Thunderclap, managing to edge that one out here for the 3 points.
Yeah, this is, I think this has probably been my favorite map so far. Just the chaos in that last fight was unbelievable. So much fun to watch, so much going on. But yeah, Thunderclap doing really well. Came in, you know, forced out the Nano Blade, and at that point, all of a sudden GG's going, well, that's a big resource that we've just dropped in here. And Thunderclap knowing, okay, cool, there's not much that they can throw at us now to get three or four picks. So we can kind of get in there and just play our game, you know, get the kills we need and force them back. And that's what they did. They kept forcing them back until GG were right against the wall. Yazy got a good bomb in there. Got both the supports, and at that point, GG had to start trickling in one by one. They did it quite well for a time, but unfortunately, Z-Lord just falling over the wall there.
Yeah, that was really unlucky. I think if he manages the right side of the point there, he keeps him in that fight with the Nano Boost especially.
Yeah. So it looks like from GG, we are going to see the Wrecking Ball from them now. Going to be interesting to see how they're going to rotate around. They might go the low ground, you know, and that little tunnel underneath the high ground and get behind them and try and knock them off. But the thing is, we do see Thunderclap playing the dive. So they are going to be
you won't
mobile.
get much value off the boop.
Yeah, they're going to be very mobile, and they're going to be able to retake that high ground very easily.
So, Goliath Gaming on the attack here. They got 3 points to take back from Thunderclap. Do see Aquatic, I believe it is, on that top right wall. Gonna try and get some value out of that. Not able to find anything just yet. Speaking of value, Z-Lord going straight in on Orexin here, but Tugo has his back, keeping him alive. He's got the double pocket on him now, and he's not dying. Speaking of dying, Mito taken down. Yes, he finds Pac-Man. Perfect on Z-Lord here, his opposite number. Can they find any more? Thunderclap, they are in control of this team fight. I'd like to see Goliath Gaming pull back. Severin, D-Mech here. gonna end up trying to get himself killed. I think he's gonna try and demake Yazy, but he won't find that kill. Thunderclap in control of this team fight. Goliath Gaming gonna look for the reset, I think.
Yeah, phenomenal play there from Aquatic. He rotated around that space perfectly, and then ended up being behind GG, putting a lot of pressure onto them. Lavius on the Doomfist trying to pressure him, but you know, Aquatic showing very good awareness. He was able to hook out there as Lavius committed himself with the E, and he just couldn't reach him anymore.
Sights out from Aquatic here, spotting exactly what Goliath Gaming are doing. I think they see this rotation coming, and they definitely do now with the Sonic Arrow. Yo, this could be a huge one. Can they get any kills? Of course they can. That's a double. No support for Goliath Gaming. No Lavius for Goliath Gaming. No chance on this particular push.
Yeah, very intelligent from Thunderclap. That was absolutely huge. You know, they got the intelligence from the visor, and GG just kept stuck to their plan. They wanted to, you know, just stick to it and get in there. But the Dragon Strike from Erexon really tearing it up. And again, GG losing both supports. That's just a lost fight.
Yeah, straight up. No chance coming back from that, as we saw GG do. And so I'm wrong, basically, is what I'm saying. But very unusual to see them come back, and this is not the kind of comp that can do that. Speaking of doing that, GG doing things aggro up here with Z-Lord going down straight away. You managed to force the trance out of the Ninja here. That's really huge. This next fight, they can come in with the Dragon Blade, and here they do come in with the Dragon Blade, looking for the kill. Not able to find anything just yet. Oh, really not able to find the target. Taken down by Ace's bomb here. Thunderclap coming up gangbusters in this team fight so far. Goliath Gaming under a lot of pressure here. Minute 36 left on the clock, and they are down in this team fight. Can they get in and get any kills? Pac-Man whips out the gun. He's dominating Aquatic now. That's domination if I've ever seen one. Lavius gonna get the return kill on Defect. Goliath Gaming gonna clean this one up pretty handily. Really nice work from Thunderclap, sorry.
Yeah, good composure from Goliath Gaming in a fight that started completely not in their favor. You know, losing Z-Lord after he popped the bombs, and then losing Mito to the bomb after he popped Blade.
Defect very low here, but he does have ultimate. Can Erexon get more value out of these dragons as he's been doing all game? Lavius, oh yes he can! Nice one from Defect, putting him in the bin as Erexon takes him down with the dragons. Defect turns and finds Pac-Man as well, and Goliath Gaming, you gotta get out of here, man. Mito gets Aquatic, but he's not long for this world. On the Winston here, very unusual look from the projectile DPS player of Goliath Gaming here.
Oh, just manages to get Mito there. So that's going to be a bit of a stagger for GG. They're going to have to wait for him to get back up here. And they only have 30 seconds left.
This is a weird triple dive tank composition. I've never seen anything like it. Let's see if they can get any value out here, Goliath Gaming. They don't have much time, 17 seconds left. They've got to get in and touch. They've got plenty of time to do just that. Z-Lord getting aggressive here. Doesn't find a good initiation though, but Mito coming in onto Aquatic, looking to get rid of that Widowmaker, but Erexon finds Pac-Man instead. That's a huge problem. No mercy, no res, no healing. GG in a lot of trouble in this team fight. They need to find some return kills, but it's going the other way. Severin, DMX, Z-Lord pops his bombs in here, but the Diva Bomb will get all of those. All his bombs gone. So they're finding kills though. They did get Yazy when he bombed. A little bit of a misplay from him there. But nice work from Tugo. They're onto Yazy. The Diva will remake here. Get back in and they're finding kills. Defect gets Severin. Lavius taken down by Erexon. Tanks are still in here though. That's one thing this comp does have from Goliath Gaming is a lot of sustain. Can they get anything done here? Still in control. Oh, TC. The boop kills Mito. Oh, lots of kills. TC. We're going to a game 5, Paragon.
Yeah. That's absolutely insane. Really well nice played to Thunderclap. They're keeping it clean. They're keeping it together. They're maintaining composure. And Erexon getting so much value on the Hanzo, which he is very well known for.
This was a really good one, hey, with the dragons onto the two supports there. They knew exactly where they were from the Widow's visor there. He put his own Hanzo Sonic as well just to check out exactly where they were going and executing perfectly on that.
So yeah, I think GG are starting to feel the pressure. They are starting to sweat. It's all down to map 5 now, and it's going to be super interesting to see how this one plays out. If Thunderclap do manage to take this, then it speaks volumes. Yeah, it speaks volumes for how the ladder could potentially look. We have seen, you know, it is a bit all over the place at the moment. For example, GG losing to 2CP and then beating everyone else. So, You know, it's all over the place. But I think if Thunderclap, who, you know, is not considered yet a top 4 team, manages to beat GG, you know, then they could realistically beat Unidentified or 2CP as well. So it's gonna be massive to see what they pull out here in map 5.
Defect gonna sub himself out here. Bandit coming back in here. They feel like on the control map that ball's gonna get a lot more value, and I can't say I blame them for that. Really, you know, intelligent play. They did end up, let me remind you, taking Nepal away from GG. If you can remember all the way back to the beginning of the series 100 years ago, Nepal did go the way of Thunderclap, using that triple composition primarily. So they're going to be feeling pretty confident for a number of reasons. They're also coming off the momentum of that previous game. That was a full hold on Dorado, let me remind you. So really, really, I think the ball's in Thunderclap's court here.
Yeah, no, it's looking good for them. GG need to kind of just maintain composure. They do have big game mentality. I mean, they have been a 2-2 before, so you know they're gonna just calm down. Like Beast with that big mental presence is just gonna be roping everyone in. You know, keeping the air nice and cool, keeping everyone focused. Yeah, focused and concentrated.
I don't usually interact with chat here, but guys, Goliath won the second map, so you can't get a reverse sweep if you win alternating maps.
Yeah, no reverse
so
sweep.
So we're not on path for a reverse sweep. But we are going to see similar compositions out of the two teams here. Both teams running Pharah Sombra, both teams running a Divey main tank. One team running the ball. Don't think you have to guess which one. Otherwise, it is triple DPS across the board. We're going to see Hanzo out of Severin here, something I've seen before.
Honestly, I'm expecting big things out of Thunderclap. They can get a lot more value out of the ball. Z-Lord gonna have to be very huge, but he gets hacked.
Oh yeah. Neither team getting. Oh, he gets taken down. The Ninja finds the last hit nap, but good damage coming in from the DPS. Pac-Man under no pressure. Nice hack from Yazy once more, setting up the hack onto Pac-Man, preventing that resurrection from coming in. But GG still in control here. Nice kill from Severin. Headshot. Oh, what a boop! No, maybe no. Okay, never mind. Calm down, son. Nothing happened. Eriksen finds a kill on Severin though, gets the return at Yazy. Oh, Mercy, 2 goal. Not in control. Taking down my meter with an amazing direct hit there off the edge of the map. Now, Thunderclap sitting behind here. As I say that though, they find 3 on the point. It's just Z-Lord left. There is a Widowmaker somewhere. That is Aquatic taking the pressure on to the enemy Pharah, and they're going to take this first point off Thunderclap.
Yeah, massive play from Yazy there, getting huge value off the Sombra, getting 2 very vital hacks onto the Winston, so he couldn't dive the backline and was just an easy ult battery target. And then on Pac-Man on the Mercy, trying to go for the res. If you consecutively get hacks like that in every fight, you know, those are just... That's just a fight won, pretty much.
Yeah, 100%. That said, the Goliath have shown the ability to win last fights here, this match so yeah, you can't really count them out in any situation.
They did manage to get back in there, but the favor was just swung too heavily in Thunderclap's side.
Yeah,
they're going at it now again.
Aquatic under pressure in the backline here from Lavius. Needs to watch out for the hack there. He's going to try and get a good hack of his own. But Yazy, he's got this one under control. He finds Z-Lord, forces the res out of Pac-Man, and Z-Lord gets a neat return on 2 goal. That's a kill I'd rather have. There is an EMP that goes in from Yazy there. Can they follow up and get kills? Mito, he didn't get EMP'd though, and he found the kill in the barrage. But what is this? Great play from Thunderclap. Great composure in this team fight. Getting split up, but immediately pulling back together, you know, like a rubber band, bouncing back in there and getting the return kills.
Yeah, so one thing to note is that we're probably going to see the barrage next fight from Thunderclap, but GG are stacking ultimates. They only committed the barrage in the last fight, they now have 5. So with the point at 65% in TC's favor, we might see them coming out with
Z-Lord with a nice boop. No, Yazy under control. He had the translocate out. I believe Z-Lord is now hacked. He is under a lot of pressure. That's a big EMP, huge EMP. Gets us 5, I believe, or 4. They do find the kills off the back of that. 2 kills so far in favor of Goliath Gaming. And they're going to move towards the point now and try and clean up their Aquatic. Takes down Severin in the meanwhile on that high. Yeah, is he going to try and get something done? Does get taken down. No chance to get out for him. I believe he was hacked by Lavius.
Massive play from Lavius to get that EMP in there. He got it on the Pharah, on Eriksen. So that stopped him from using the barrage. And Thunderclap need to take that page out of GG's book. They need to use the ults early, stop them from, doing those things like their Somber getting in position for that EMP. If they use that a bit early... Yeah?
Go for it.
No, go for it.
We spoke about Goliath Gaming's good ult economy, but they did pop everything they had into that one, except for this. Can they get any value out of it? Mito finds a nice kill on the Ninja. They know speed for Thunderclap this fight. Aquatic gets a return kill on Zelo. He has to shot to the Zarya off the Widow. Mito coming from the back there and finds a brutal kill. Right on top of your heads, boys. You gotta look out for that Pharaoh. She's gonna tear you apart.
Yeah, you really have to watch out for Mito. And I think this is just Goliath's DPS players just swinging the match back in their favor. They're going to be feeling a lot better after that.
Save. I know exactly what you're going to say in that sentence, but you brought it back. TC, though, they do have still more control percentage, and they do have pressure coming onto point now with that triple composition. Nice work from Severin. Finds Tugel. That's a huge kill. This composition needs a lot of healing to make something work, and now without that, they're going to be in a lot of trouble. Erection taken down as well, following the kill on Yazi, and Goliath Gaming going to be very aggressive here. Aquatic sees the fight's over. He's going to try and kill himself. Can they get banded before he gets out? Oh, nice boop. Not managing to kill him. He is hacked for now. He's waiting for that to get off so he can get out of here. Is he going to make it out? Yeah, I think he should with the brig backing him up here. But DC, really low on time here. Goliath Gaming brought this one back into their favor.
Yeah, not looking good for Thunderclap. They need to build ults fast. They need to get that bomb. They need to get that grab. They need to get it fast and make something happen.
Oh,
not
no,
good.
That's not how you want to start this fight. Yazi taken down with a great move from Mito there. He's putting the game in his hands, and that's a big ulti from Severin. Big ulti from Mito. Doesn't find anything just yet, though. Good defensive ultis from Thunderclap to keep their team in the game, but Erection taken down by Labius is a huge problem here, and he finds Bandit as well. No tanks. He does get a remake here. Does Erection, but they really are so far behind in this team fight now, and you have to think GG's got this one in the bag. Erection, only one left. Unless he kills 6 with this bomb, this game is over. He gets 0. He gets hacked. He gets taken down, and it looks like GG gonna take this one. They find the Ninja, the boop from Langbeast. Bandit's in, but he's hacked. That's a Ball's worst enemy, and Goliath Gaming managing to bring that one back from 87%.
Apagando las luces.
Yeah, so Thunderclap just falling a little bit off the rails at the end of the map. They showed some great play at the start, but ultimately GG showing the composure that I mentioned earlier. Managing to get back in there and challenge Thunderclap, get them off. But yeah, like I'm saying, Thunderclap need to be a bit more assertive with their ults. If they have them and they need to use them, they should use them. I feel like sometimes they're waiting a bit for the perfect moment, but sometimes it isn't about finding the perfect moment. Sometimes it's about just picking up 1 or 2 kills, swinging the fight in your favor.
100%. Let's see if they can do a bit better on this particular point here. Reminder that on Nepal, they did also drop the first map in much more convincing fashion than that one. So, not out of this one just yet. Can come back. We are looking at the pharmacy. Out of Goliath Gaming once more. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Pac-Man, speaking of broke, though, taken down. Rexon with a direct hit right on top of his dome piece there. And now, TC in control of this one. Aquatic finds Lag Beast, but he does get taken down in the meanwhile. But TC going to be picking up all the kills here. They clean up the DPS, are doing their best on Goliath Gaming to at least try and bring this one to even. But Mito, act on the point here, taken down. And that's a teamfight win for TC. First one out the gate once again.
Yeah, solid aggressive play from Thunderclap. Rexon getting the wraparound. Mito and Pac-Man opting to stick with their team, but Pac-Man just a little bit out of position. Lagging behind just enough for Rexon to find that really well-placed rocket that ultimately got them the point.
Speaking of aggression here, Bandit taken down with a nice boop from Lagbeast. I think he got hacked there, which really ended his day. Oh, boop from Lagbeast. Boops all around, in fact. Rexon finds 2 there. 1 with a boop. Oh, great direction onto Lavius. Deleted immediately with the help of Tugel on the Mercy there, but Zelo getting return kills. Big numbers put up by a lot of players in this team fight. GG did manage to take control of the point in that time, so they are playing on GG's time here. Can they get in? Yeah, Mito gets in there, trying to buy themselves a little bit more percentage point, and they do actually bring this fight. Oh, yeah. Really buying a lot of space here. They're going to go ahead in percentage here. They haven't won a single fight, and they're ahead in percent. That's pretty... You gotta be pretty happy with that if you're Goliath Gaming. Zelo finds a Rexon with a boop. Very unusual way to kill a Pharah. But can they get any more here? Oh, under pressure. But he does have ult. He does Zelo. He's getting aggressive now. He doesn't care about bombs. He's got like 1,000 HP or something. So No problem for him, but he is hacked now. He is getting low. He's EMP'd as well, along with Aquatic, or along with Lag Beast as well. Ulti in from the Ninja. Again, we're playing on Goliath Gaming's time. They're very happy with how this is going. The point does get flipped immediately, and we'll probably see Goliath pull back out of here now.
Yeah, I feel like we're watching a little bit of a repeat of Nepal. Again, Thunderclap just letting GG get the sneaky pick. They're not reacting fast enough. That's vital percentage. 50% for Goliath Gaming, and they didn't ever conclusively win that fight. That's not good. If that was in Thunderclap's favor, they would be sitting at 90% right now.
Yeah, 100%. See, can they claw this percentage back? They are in control of this team fight, following that kill onto Mito, but I believe we'll see the rest come out. No, Lavius finds Yazi in the meanwhile. Ericsson putting in a ton of damage on top of Severin here. He's going to try and rotate around. Some kills here. Tugel needs to watch out that positioning. He does throw the ulti and does Severin here. Can get any value out of it. Not looking like it. Ericsson pops the ulti, also doesn't get value. Lots of ulti with no value. That's a big EMP though. That gets value. That hacks everybody who's on point. 2 down, 2 left, sorry, for TC. They're going to try and do the same thing that Goliath did. Buy as much time as possible, get as much percent back as possible. But not going to do nearly as good as the job as Goliath did on that.
Yeah, unfortunate. Goliath in a real good position now. Not too far behind in percentage. They'll pretty much equalize by the time Thunderclap really starts contesting them here. And, you know, all for nothing.
Yeah, Rexon getting aggressive on this barrier. Severin, whoa, gotta be careful there. Don't want to take a duel against a barrier like that. That is a pulse bomb if I've ever seen one. Takes down Aquatic on the back line. There's Zilor picks up the Ninja, and we're gonna see TC get out of here as quick as possible. They've only got 1 fight left.
Yeah, GG
Remember,
just...
this is match point here. If they lose this map, they lose the match.
GG just slowing Thunderclap down, frustrating them, you know, getting that pick on Aquatic, taking it down to 5v6, so that Thunderclap feel like they need to reset. And putting a lot of pressure on them in this last fight.
Yeah. Coming in here, Aquatic finds the immediate kill on Lag Beast. Is a mercy on both teams, so we might see Lag Beast come back to the land of the living. But not if Aquatic keeps getting kills like this. That's pressure to the nth degree. And TC with an immediate take back on that point, but we do see good ultis coming up from Goliath Gaming to retake this one.
TC doing a really, really good job there. They only used the EMP, the Valk, and the Dragon Strike there. That's only 3 ults. They've still got the Mines and the Lucia Beat, and nearly a barrage.
Oh, is that the biggest boop ever? It is huge! He takes down Aquatic. So much work on that Hanzo. D-Lord coming up big for his team here. But can he get enough down to keep his team in the game? Lagbeast finds his opposite number in the Ninja. Is that enough for Goliath Gaming to win through here? Severin comes in. Oh, that's an EMP as well. It's looking terrible for TC here.
They need to get on the
The
point.
economy just switches into the favor of Goliath Gaming here. Tugel, last look in there,
Oh,
but
they're back in.
the Ninja died with his ulti up there. That's a huge problem. If he'd had that down, maybe TC can bring that one back. Aquatic finds a double, but I don't think it's going to be enough.
Oh, it just
That is
doesn't get
taken
back in
down.
time.
TC not able to bring it out in Goliath Gaming, proving why they are a top 3 team in South African Overwatch. Damn.
What a game.
What a game. What a game. Great plays from everybody there. It's going to be really hard to pick an MVP at the end of this one.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, just unfortunately Thunderclap just letting it slip a little bit in some very niche situations, and like I said, you know, GG has that big game mentality, so they're gonna take advantage of situations like that. It is really unlucky, but I don't think that Thunderclap should feel bad about this result at all. Considering how the game against GG went in VS, you know, they're gonna be feeling ecstatic. You know, they nearly took GG down. They made them sweat. Good job, Thunderclap.
Really, really well played. They're really putting all the teams on notice there. If you can take GG like this, you can take TCP, you can take Unidentified even, you know, really puts the top 3 teams under a lot of pressure here.
Yeah.
I am looking towards Lagbeast for an interview. Yeah, okay. He is in Voice 1, so we can join him quickly.
Sure.
Hello, welcome.
Hey.
How much are you sweating?
The honest answer is, like, it's more us being sillies. Like, don't get me wrong, they played super well, but we made a lot of mistakes, and we're trying out some new things with lav calling. So we're going through the motions here, but yeah, the guys, they played well tonight. Holy shit!
Thunderclap you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Let's talk about that first map quickly there. You ended up dropping that map after taking the first point. What was
That was Nepal.
Yeah, Nepal. What was the mentality coming out of the team after losing that first map?
We were just acknowledging like some of the mistakes we were making, some of the things we were doing, and then we always try to go into the second game with a fresh mentality. Not really, putting too much stock into the previous game, but
yeah, makes sense. And then we of course had the break in between map 1 and 2 there. How did that affect your guys' mentality again? Did it kill your flow a little bit, or did it even do the opposite? Revitalize you guys?
No, I think it was pretty chill there. It wasn't that long, only like 20 minutes or something.
Okay, so you came back into that one pretty much under control and ended up dominating that map actually.
Yeah, tempo. We're fairly strong on tempo.
Seems that way. We saw a bit of a clash of styles between the two teams there. Thunderclap running a lot of triple DPS ball comps. You guys were running more static comps, especially on the single point maps. So how did you guys feel dealing with those triple DPS compositions? You didn't seem to have much trouble? Was it quite difficult to handle?
Yeah, it's always tough when you've got an extra DPS flanking and getting picks or doing damage from the side. I also feel like we struggle a lot to coordinate. Hitting the same target sometimes. It doesn't always happen. The way we want it to. But it goes hand in hand. If we're not doing a good job, calling the things out, diving the flanks, protecting packs, then it's going to be tough.
Yeah, and that kind of composition can really rip you guys apart. I had one more question which has just slipped out of my mind. Oh, we saw a few interesting role switches there on Dorado and this last map as well. Severin on the Hanzo, is that something you guys have practiced and run often, or do you just feel like you needed to match the triple DPS against the triple?
Generally speaking, Sev is the one who switches to DPS if we go triple deeps.
Okay.
Obviously, we want to keep Z on the main tank. But it's not uncommon. Hanzo is a bit of an uncommon pick because generally, Sev will play something else. But tonight it worked.
Awesome. And then we saw Mito on Dorado attack there. Was that just a case of you needed the Winston?
I think it was more he wasn't getting value out of Genji, and we should have actually been running Winston Diva, not Hammond Diva on that first point.
Okay.
So it was sort of like we were sort of rushing to just sort of do stuff, but not actually doing it successfully.
Yeah, I just had to maybe take a step back and reevaluate the situation. But yeah, you were under a lot of pressure and a lot of time pressure, so makes perfect sense. Paragon, anything from your side?
Yeah, so obviously now Thunderclap doing pretty well in this match. Do you obviously played them in Prem in VS not too long ago?
Yeah.
Do you feel like they've improved a great amount since then, or?
I definitely think they're getting better. Like every time we play them, even when we played VS, even though we won 3-0, the some of the maps were very close. So they're definitely getting stronger, and people better pay attention because they're definitely putting in the time.
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking forward to see what else they can do. But more importantly, I'm looking forward to seeing how you guys can take this win. And put the momentum into Pro Series. Is there any kind of estimation of where you guys think you'll end up in Pro Series at the end of this leg?
Realistically, we're looking top 2 if unidentified aren't in the running.
That's true. Yeah.
And that's more or less where we're aiming for.
So you're going to be trying to win that match against BZK again?
Yeah. Look, that's for us. I think that's probably the match we want to win the most. But otherwise, yeah, looking for top 2. But if people are playing well, I mean, I think we're at the stage now as a community where it's coming down to how people play on the day as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
Like there's
definitely.
that gap between teams starting to close a bit, and then it's like, yeah, you get punished for mistakes and for mispicking heroes.
Yeah, definitely.
If you're having a bad day, you can maps to anybody.
Yeah, man, and it can happen to anybody. Like,
Mhm.
not always in control of that sort of stuff.
Yeah, always. Anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it from my side.
Awesome. So yeah, thanks Lag Beast. Congrats on the victory. Really hard fought. Awesome fun to watch as well. So well played.
Thanks so much for casting, guys. It's super,
No.
super,
Yeah, it was
super
great fun.
Keep organizing your matches on Tuesday. Hopefully there won't be a patch every Tuesday. So
Tuesday is our prac night, so like generally we organize matches on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Sundays.
Perfect.
awesome. So we'll see a lot of Goliath gaming going forward as we
No
have
complaints here.
in the past. And if you keep playing close matches like this, no complaints from us either.
Sick.
Awesome, well played. And that's about it from us here.
Awesome,
Well
guys.
played
Thanks,
to Goliath Gaming for winning that one. Before you go, Lag Beast, where can we find you on the internet?
Sure. On Twitter at lag_beast. Facebook, the official Bearman. Shit. And then yeah, Goliath Gaming ZA. Hit us up. Do it.
Awesome. Paragon, my trusty co-caster, producer, observer, all of those good things. Where can we find you on the internet?
Yeah, pretty much just Twitter at Paragon_OW. Generally, most of the casts I produce will be posted there.
Yeah, and of course you are currently watching on the Overwatch ZA channel, YouTube or Twitch. Thanks for your patronage. If you want to find Paragon on Twitch, that is Paragon_OW ZA.
ZAOW.
Yeah, ZAOW. You can hit him up there. He streams almost never, so don't even bother. And my name is Sun Phoenix, SUNPHEONYX, at Sun Phoenix on Twitter. I don't have a Facebook or a YouTube or anything, so just follow me on Twitter. Follow Paragon, you'll follow me pretty much. Layden Esports as well, myself and Paragon play for that team at Layden_esports. You said hopefully on Twitter. I'll just Google it, you'll find it. And Layden.overwatch as well. So thanks for watching, guys. We hope you'll join us next week as well. I'm sure there'll be some more calls happening this week, so keep an eye out there. Follow Kyle's on Twitter for all of your Overwatch needs, South African Overwatch at least. And we'll see you guys next time.
Peace.